Welcome back. We have Jeff Parker here. Welcome. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday to you.
And, we sit here on Mondays and Fridays and we talk about the weekend or we talk about what happened during the week. And we're so excited that our numbers are just looking pretty good. But you did mention to me earlier that we did have a little bit of an uptick.
Yes, just with regards to the cases, Lisa. We saw our cases go up to 75. Last Friday it was 49, I believe it was. But our testing numbers are still really good, and our hospitalizations have stabilized really well at that 111, 110 number, and the ICU numbers were at 22, 24. So those have all stabilized. And that's really probably more critical than just seeing a case number, because that can be accumulation. So they could have done Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, and then it reports on Sunday afternoon for Monday's numbers. So I'm not too worried about that on the case side of the equation. What I'm really focused on, and what we should be focused on, is how good are the vaccination clinics still going, and they continue to expand those and get those out to anybody over the age of 16 can now get the vaccination. Our numbers are good with regards to all of Orange County and the people that are getting vaccination. So with those, I think we'll see when we go into the trends. I think the trend is still moving towards us moving to the yellow category, which is that last category that we want to get to. In the village, we saw a little bit of an uptick. We went from 411 to 413. A couple of numbers, and unfortunately a couple more deaths reported. But all in all, I'd still say we're very stable, and we're hitting our numbers that we have an expectation for. And so now the real key is, does that trend, along with the vaccinations, mean getting over to the yellow in the near future?
Yeah, I feel like it's that number, the one number isn't budging so much as we would like it, but we are still in a nice open-ish situation.
Right,
but
and I think that those other two numbers, though, are real positive. 1.4 and 1.9 are clearly under the threshold for the yellow. And the 2.6, although it doesn't move a lot, again, that comes back to how many tests are out there, how many cases out there, and that's a rolling 7-day figure. It's not just, one day we got a blip, so does that push us back up to 3? No, it's again based on
that probably wouldn't see that change over the 3 days that we don't see.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, good information, though. At least we are moving towards, like you said, the yellow. And really, what does that mean for our community?
Well, the biggest thing is having more capacity at some of our activities. Our outdoor recreational activities can expand, but so can, we've started opening up some of the clubhouse for our activities such as woodworking, ceramics, and those. We're limited to 11 people in most of those classes at a time. So that's the 25%. Going to 50%, we'd be able to have more capacity in the classroom. So that would be nice. We'd still keep the morning, afternoon theory so that we can have the social distancing and mask requirements are still there. But the bottom line is we'd be able to have more people taking active use of those facilities, which would be good.
Right. Yeah, well, when I mentioned earlier about the vaccinations, that they are very readily available in a variety of different locations. In fact, some are saying now that there's more supply than we have of demand in some areas. And I would imagine that would be the case for our area, because we have done such a good job of the entire area here in Laguna Woods.
Right, we talked about it on Friday that if you use that zip code information that they had, that we had received at least notification that we were at 74% for the zip code area. And I do think that there's going to be a saturation element. There's certainly some people that don't want to get the vaccine or for medical reasons have not gotten the vaccine. And so you're going to have a percentage of that. So the key is, though, is continuing to get the word out and get people to get vaccinated. They either didn't do it for some reason, had concerns or whatever, and a lot of those concerns have been addressed, including the Johnson & Johnson, which I know is now being used at some of the sites in Orange County again. And so again, that's a one shot, makes it a little bit easier. So fundamentally, I think that was one of the challenges we've always had, is when you use the Pfizer or the Moderna, it's a 2-shot process. And so when we say people are vaccinated, we want to say people have 2 shots, not just 1 shot. So that's critical to that.
Yeah, and we did such a good job here in Laguna Woods, so all good in that front. So excellent. All right, well, good. Well, we'll talk to you again about the numbers. What else do you have?
I just wanted to mention one of the good news because of the vaccinations and then our efforts here and being able to open up stuff. Wednesday on the 5th, the library will open again.
Right.
And
Yes.
so I just wanted to mention that. We're excited again. Again, limited capacity, 11 to 3, Monday through Friday, and then 11 to 1 on Saturday. Again, there's two elements there. One, making sure you have limited capacity, and second, we do run the library with volunteers. This community is great with regards to that, so we got to have enough volunteers to make sure it happens. As long as that goes, 11 to 3, Monday through Friday, and 11 to 1 on Saturday. So we're real excited about getting that open.
Yeah, I think even though there was an online situation where you could reserve your books or your DVDs, there still is the need to go physically in there, touch your book. Just like we shop sometimes, we like to touch the item we're buying. So I think that's
very
great.
true.
Yeah, so they'll enjoy that. All right, excellent. Well, we'll see you again next time.
All right, sounds great.
Thank
you.
All right, when we return, we will have the City of Hope, so stay tuned.